Whether you love him or hate him, it would be hard to argue against the fact that Nigel Farage is one of the most influential politicians of our time. Despite his failure to become an MP on 7 different occasions, his role as UKIP leader secured and thereafter delivered the Brexit referendum, which saw Britain leave the European Union. To achieve this without ever being elected to Parliament is nothing short of remarkable. Farage's leadership also led both UKIP and the Brexit Party to wins in the European elections in 2014 and 2019 respectively. Again, for any party outside of the Tories or Labour to win any such election is a fantastic achievement. Now, the Conservative government is a shambles. We all know this. It would be difficult for someone to say that their lives or society at large has improved in any measurable way since 2010, or as recently as 2019, when Boris Johnson won the last general election. Nigel Farage has consistently hinted that he would not be opposed to becoming Tory leader at some point.
That's his future plans. He told the Politics Home website, "I'd be very surprised if I were not Conservative leader by 2026. Very surprised."
Farage's participation in the ITV show, his appearances on GB News, and dancing with Priti Patel at the Tory conference are all for publicity purposes, which keeps him in the public eye and is trying to appeal to a wider audience. This is all being done with a view for him to take charge of the Conservative Party, most likely very soon after the 2024 election. The political landscape around the general election this year is very different to 2019. The 2019 election was the Brexit election, and in an attempt to ensure the Tories won and delivered Brexit, Nigel Farage decided to drop all Brexit Party candidates and seats the Tories won at the 2017 election. This approach assisted the Tories by winning these seats and taking many votes off Labour in other seats that they had won in 2017. This resulted in a sizable Conservative majority. Reform is a new party, which Farage is the honorary president of. The party is basically an extension of UKIP and the Brexit Party. But I will be doing whatever I can between now and election day to hammer this message home to anyone that will listen. This is where Farage comes in. Such a sizable defeat would pave the way for him to become Tory leader and establish a very new Conservative Party, in the same way Donald Trump completely changed the Republican Party in the last decade. And when the next election is held in the UK, which is most likely 2029, I think that a Tory party, led by Farage in opposition, would walk it and win by a landslide. Nigel Farage is not everyone's cup of tea, but in possibly the same way as Jeremy Corbyn did for the left, Farage would energise the right wing of British politics and get people out to vote for him. He is a man of great appeal and charisma, and Keir Starmer and others in the Labour Party would not be able to defeat him. Whether or not Nigel Farage would be a good PM and deliver on his promises is another matter, but I do think that he will be the next Tory leader and Prime Minister in 2029.
That I wanted to lead a campaign to get Britain to leave the European Union, you all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?